Alrighty, good afternoon. It is now Sunday, the day after we cut all the hay. And you can see down there maybe that Wilson is on his way up to the grass field that he cut with his sickle mower yesterday. It was right next to this alfalfa field we did with a hay bind. Right next to it is the grass field. It's got a little alfalfa in it, but mostly grass. And Wilson cut it with the H and the sickle mower yesterday, so he's gonna go rake it now. Pretty soon I'm gonna go start baling. Yeah, I gotta unhook the Kubota from the sickle mower because he finished with the Kubota yesterday. Then gotta go grab the baler and make sure we have twine and stuff in it. Then we'll be off baling right behind him. And take a look at this. We put new cylinders on the window, so now it opens up and holds its own. That's gonna come in handy, I think. It used to be the old ones got worn out, so they never held the window up, so we'd used to pull that triangle back and let it rest on that if we needed the window open for anything. It's kind of annoying. We have twine in the shop somewhere, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in, I think. I think this stuff is actually blue. I've never baled with blue twine before. I've used orange twine, I've used pink twine, I think. I've also used like this black and white kind of plasticky striped twine, which I didn't like very much, but it's what we had at the time. I put the new twine in the new part of the shop, where I put the wrapper plastic. Dad built these workbench shelves, and they fit wrapper plastic rolls absolutely perfectly. These are right up against the wall. I thought that was pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and, I guess, I can go ahead and get rid of all this junk. We don't need that anymore. I'll throw it away. Then, it sits right in here. Find the end of it. Oh, you know what? I wonder if these both ends right here. Yes. So we'll take this end of the roll, and this will get tied to the other end of this roll, which is right here. Because this end of the roll is the part that's being fed into the baler. So then we'll just tie the end of the old roll to the end of the new roll, so that when this old roll runs out, it'll straight go right into this new roll. Alright, that should be good for this side, I think, I hope. We'll go ahead and do the same thing on this side. Oh, yep, sure enough, there is some pink string in here. Alright, looking good. Alright, I just got a call from Dad. First course of action, actually, I'm gonna try to just bale the standard windrow that came from the sickle mower. He's thinking I might be able to just pick it up with the baler if this stuff was long enough, so it'll save us a lot of time if we don't have to rake it into windrows that I can pick up. Well, this isn't really working like we were hoping it to, so I'm actually gonna go out and just go ahead and bale these rows that he's already raked. We're only raking it just so I can pick it up and not to get it dried out since it's already dry enough. So what we're actually gonna try to do is have him rake this row and rake this row and then dump them on this middle row so we get three windrows into one. We'll rev it up to about 1600 RPM or so. We're driving in low Ford. Go ahead and tie the first bale. Things are looking good so far. The only issue I've noticed is my little marker at the top where it counts the bales. It likes to get stuck sometimes on its way back. So my second bale, it was already stuck at the finish point when I was making the bale, so I had to watch it to kind of free itself right at the end so I would know when to dump the bale. But so far, this is my fourth bale, I think, and I just started my second round, so that's pretty good, I think. Oh, that time my counts went all the way back to 0. I don't know what's going on. Got Dad out here too with the 856 and the wrapper. He's wrapping the bales right after I get them done. So we got Wilson raking up my rows for me, I'm doing the baling, and Dad's wrapping all at the same time. I'm on what I think is my last full row. It's not as big as all the other rows. That means I'll probably have to do a little weaving back and forth because the row won't fit the width of the baler. So I gotta make sure I'm putting an even amount of grass into either side so I can get a square bale so it will go on the wrapper fine, it won't tip off, because we have had that before. With wide window rows, it's really easy since it fills the entire width of the baler, so I don't have to worry about it because it's filling all the sides all at the same time. I'm just picking up bits and pieces down the middle now from the little narrow rows, and then there's one row down the outside, and then I will be all done baling, and then we just have few more of these bales to wrap, and then we're done for this field. Tying up the very last bale from this field. No. It's got my arm stuck. The arm that carries the string back and forth across the bale, if you get it too far over to this side, it gets stuck. And it hasn't happened all day, but of course on the very last bale it had to. Usually the way to fix this is I just have to undo this bolt thing right here and then just pull it back, swing it back this way a little, and then put it back together and it'll work fine. Thankfully I didn't have to do any of that actually, I just gave it a little bit of a kick and it freed itself. So we can continue tying this last bale, and that'll be it for this field. I think tomorrow we plan on doing these couple of alfalfa fields that we cut yesterday. Hopefully it gets dry enough before it rains either tomorrow night or Tuesday. I'll go ahead and dump this bale, see if Dad can pick it up with the wrapper. If not, then I'll just either take the forks and set it on the wrapper, or we'll just take it home and give it to heifers or something. Okay, now I'm just gonna run up to the end of the field a couple of times and bring some of these farthest bales back so Dad doesn't have to drive so far with the wrapper. think including that little bale, we got 16 from this little field right here. Wouldn't that be the way how it goes? We ran out of plastic on the very last bale. Well, we're on our short little drive back home now. We're gonna throw another roll of plastic on the wrapper, I think, and then just finish up that bale down at home. Other than that, everything went really well, I guess. Nothing broke on the baler or the wrapper, so that's good. And yeah, tomorrow I think we're just planning on baling that straight up once it dries out a little bit. I don't think we're gonna rake it, hopefully. Hopefully we can pick up the entire windrow. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.
Well, you can apparently get 16 and 1/10 of a bale wrapped on one roll.